What's going on, friends? It's Colin. Happy Friday. And in this video, I'm going to talk about a few things and show you another chord that I really love. And so it's been a fairly busy week. I was hoping to get some video of a concert we had last night with the full band in Officer Square in Fredericton. Unfortunately, between setup and sound check and showtime, we got hit with a rainstorm. So for about half an hour, we had to take down a bunch of gear, get it under shelter, put tarps over the drums and some other things. And then, right at showtime, the rain let up. So we kind of rushed and set everything back up. Didn't have time to shoot video. But we had a great show, great turnout, and it was a lot of fun. So thank you if you're watching this video and you made it out to Officer Square. And yeah, we had a great time. So I have talked about doing some cover requests, and I posted a cover of a Jason Isbell song earlier this week, and some of you really enjoyed that, and thank you for checking that out. If you didn't see the video, then a link will be down below. What I'd like to do is I'm going to entertain some cover requests, but what I want is to not cover music that's super popular. So what I'm hoping in this process is that you guys introduce me to some new stuff that I haven't heard before, and I give a crack at covering it. And I did something similar on Valentine's Day. I did a show that had two sets. One set was my own music, and I played with a trio, but the first set was all requests. And most people, put in funny covers or, very popular songs that they wanted to hear, that kind of thing. But one or two people put in, obscure to me music that, I had never heard, and it was a pleasure to learn it and put my spin on it. So that's what I want to do with covers on the channel. I know a lot of people will take like the most popular songs and cover those in the interest of getting views and subscribers. But really, I am a largely undiscovered artist, and I think that there's an incredible amount of great music that's being made that people just aren't aware of. And so, yeah, I want to help do my small little part to raise that awareness. A lot of people have helped me out, and, I want to do the same. So, not that I'm in some super position of influence or power. I'm only getting a few views on these videos, but every little bit counts. Like one or two new listeners to an independent artist can mean a great deal. So yeah, if you have, maybe it's a local band that you're into, or something that isn't mainstream that you really think that I would enjoy and would like to hear me take on, then leave a comment down below and let me know. Yeah, so that's where we're going to go for now. I don't know why this camera seems to want to keep focusing. Maybe it's because I won't sit still. But anyway. So, for the chord. This is for those interested in guitar playing. And I'm in drop D tuning right now. So that'd be a D major chord. And I don't, I'm kind of in a rush and things have been busy, so I don't have like the chord diagram and all that for this. But this is a pretty easy one. You really only need 2 fingers for it. And so we're in drop D. And so we're going to play an open low D string, open A string. We're going to play the 3rd fret on the D string, which is going to be our minor 3rd. We're going to play an open G string, 1st fret on the B string, and an open E, high E string, 1st string. And how that sounds all together is like this. Now, if you put that together on a piano, it's actually like a D, an E, an F natural, a G, and an A. So basically we have, and a C. So it'd be like playing almost every note in the D minor scale except for the 6th. And yeah. So if you did that just in a cluster on the piano, it would kind of sound just like a bunch of notes together. I mean, it sounds maybe interesting, but the way that the intervals are spread out on the guitar, I find that it's really pleasing to the ear. And I learned this chord from Eric Bibb in transcribing a couple of his songs. And I use it fairly often. It is similar to the to the B minor / E minor type chord that I showed not too long ago, but it's a little bit more versatile. It's also easier to play. You can also, if you want to, throw your pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and it gives you this. Heck, you can even throw your middle finger down on the 2nd fret of the G string if you want to, and that gives you this. So it's really flexible, and it gives you the opportunity to do sort of hammer-ons and whatnot. Anyway, very cool chord. Try it out. And the other thing is you can slide. So let's just take the chord grip with ring finger down in the 3rd fret of the D string, open G, 1st fret B string, and pinky on the 3rd fret of the G. We move that up 1 fret. Which sounds great. You can also slide it all the way up to the 10th fret. That sounds cool. And I mean, some of these movable shapes, just try them out and experiment and see where it sounds good, and you're going to come up with new chord voicings that you might want to throw into your playing for some flavor. So that sounds good. Up 1 fret. Nope. 2 frets. Yep. Nope. Not bad. Not bad. Nope. I like that. Nope. Alright, so I kind of dig playing it in that 1st position, up 2 frets, and then all the way up 7 frets. So that's just something to play around with, and I encourage you to experiment. I did have a question about the strings on my guitar, so I thought I would answer it in a video for everyone to hear. And so this is a Martin 00016 gloss top. I wore it out to the point where the pickguard was cutting into my fingers and getting uncomfortable, so that's off. But it is just your standard Martin 00016 GT. And for strings, I am running Martin retro Monel wound strings, which are like a nickel alloy. They look more like an electric guitar string. I find that when you first put them on, they're quite tinny, but they mellow out and give the guitar like a really natural sound, and they last a long time. There are strings that are designed to be long lasting, like coated strings, whether that's like Martin Lifespan or Elixirs. They're not treated that I'm aware of in any special way, but I find that they last a really long time, and they're inexpensive. So I'm just going to grab a pack of them. Yep. So that's them right there. And on this guitar I run light gauge, which is 12 to 54. I run thicker strings like 13 to 56 on my larger Dreadnought. Focus. Focus. There we are. So yeah, that's the guitar and the strings. I love the sound of it. Acoustically, you know, sometimes I might like a bit more of a metallic low end if I'm recording, but for live applications, I find that amplifying the acoustic guitar, it's sometimes a little bit tricky. And the mellow sound with these Monel wound strings works out really well. So that is it for today, guys. I hope you have a great weekend. Here, at least in New Brunswick, it's a long weekend. Monday's a holiday, so I may not have a video up on Monday. And if that's the case, we'll talk on Wednesday. Either way, thank you very much for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share with your friends and loved ones and enemies and people that, you know, are just sort of meh. I'd appreciate it. Have a great weekend, guys. Cheers. We'll talk soon.